Hello YouTube land and also social media lands. Welcome to an all new video. In this video we're going to be doing a movie review of a film that came out in 2017 and is the third film in a reboot franchise that started with the original series back in 1968. So we're going to get right to that. Before we do that, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss this video and any other videos I put up. As always people, if you enjoy my content here on YouTube, definitely check out my other social media platforms such as X, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, Patreon, Threads. I pretty much post on those regularly, so definitely check those out. As always, people, let's get right into this. So welcome one and all to an all new video. So like I was saying before, we're going to be doing a movie review of a film that came out in 2017, and is the third film in a reboot trilogy that started with a film back in 1968 called War for the Planet of the Apes. Yeah! War for the Planet of the Apes. Yeah. So this is the third film in the reboot franchise that started back in 2011. Once again, Caesar is the main focus in the film and is a war general basically, and is amazing and awesome. And, this time around, it's been several years again since Dawn of the Planet of the Apes happens. Been about 2 years, I believe that's what they said. 2 to 5 years. And, once again, the apes are still trying to hold on to what they have, with human resistance and everything after them and all that kind of stuff, and them just trying to live peacefully, that type of deal. And, once again, it's up to Caesar to, basically save the day kind of deal. But this movie was so well conceived, so well constructed. I'm not a biggest fan of how it ends, but overall it's still a really fantastic film that just really drives home. Once again, the CGI, the storytelling, the cinematography, the music, the acting by everyone was really done well. And overall, it just was a really superb film and a great addition to this franchise. Now, this film, once again, is directed by a great director who directed the previous film and has directed a few other films over the years and is just a really fantastic director. And that, of course, is Mr. Matt Reeves. Oh, yeah, Matt Reeves. Woo, Matt Reeves. Yeah, I love Matt Reeves. Yeah. So Matt Reeves, once again, reprises the director chair for this film. And, once again, he just brings such a great funness to this film. And just a great direction, a great, awesomeness. And just, once again, really shows how good of a director he is and how much he truly knew the information and what he wanted to present, from doing Dawn of the Planet of the Apes. You saw exactly where he wanted to go with Caesar's story and kind of how to conclude kind of Caesar's story a little bit too. And I just really enjoyed what Matt brought to it and gave us this really solid, sequel that was, intriguing, interesting, had a great story, had a lot of great action, great visuals, and overall just a really well-rounded, final act kind of. Now, if you haven't seen anything else Matt Reeves has done, you should definitely check out, of course, The Batman, which he did. But another great film that he directed that I think is a decent film. I like the concept, I like the idea, I like the whole premise. I just didn't like how they shot it. Was the film called Cloverfield. Yeah, Cloverfield. Yeah, absolutely loved the Cloverfield thought process. I love the whole story, the whole, franchise. I love everything about that. It's about this giant monster and all this kind of stuff. I just didn't like how they made it like a lost cam footage type of thing with the first film, and that just made it so kind of bothersome to me for some reason. I just didn't like how it was always like fidgety and all. So like, I like my picture nice and steady and always being able to see everything that's going on. And that was the one complaint I had about Cloverfield. But overall, Cloverfield is such a fantastic film that I think Matt directed so beautifully. He gave us this really great new concept of a new type of kaiju monster type of deal that is really pretty much kept secret throughout the whole entire film till the very end. And Matt just did a great job of giving us such great visuals, great, monster effects, great thought process, great story as well, just like he did with the Planet of the Apes films. And he just really showed that he has some really great, directing chops with when he made Cloverfield and made such a great monster type of film. If you haven't seen anything Matt Reeves has directed, definitely check out Cloverfield for his directing. He did a really superb job with that film. But overall, I really enjoyed his directing of War of the Planet of the Apes. I like the direction he took it in. I don't 100% agree with how he ends it, but overall, I really enjoyed every aspect of it. Besides that, from the action to the direction of the creatures and the people, the cinematography, the CGI, the special effects were all done so well, and he had a great scope of what to bring to life. Really great job. If you haven't seen anything Matt Reeves has done, definitely check out War of the Planet of the Apes. He did a great job with it. So this movie has a really great ensemble cast. A few people returning from the previous film and some newcomers in this film. But everyone that was involved and added to this film was just so amazing and awesome and just really made the film very enjoyable and all worked really well together. Now to start us off is one of the new characters themselves who calls himself Bad Ape. And that is motion captured and voiced by the amazing Mr. Steve Zahn! Oh yeah! Steve Zahn! Woo! Steve Zahn! Yeah! Oh my god, I freaking love Steve Zahn. He is such a great character actor, such a great actor, comedian. He is so fun. I mean, he's been in so many great movies over the years. Saving Silverman, The Diary of the Wimpy Kids, original trilogy. As a dad, he has been in a ton of films over the years and just is a fantastic actor. He can play all different types. He can play good guys. He can play bad guys. He can play everything. And he is just so great at what he does and just makes a great, presence in any film that he's in. Now, in this film, I really enjoyed this new ape that they brought in called Bad Ape. He was fantastic. I loved every aspect about him. You fell in love with him. You thought he was great. You enjoyed what he brought to the table and how he was so helpful and loved everyone and was trying to be helpful to everyone. And you just really liked the contrast from the other apes that he was and how well he spoke English and how you could see that he's one of the ones that really developed really cognitive great skills and stuff like that from the side effects of the drug that they were trying to create that created the apes to be more smarter. And I just love what Steve did with the character. I love what he brought to it. I love that he brought his great funness to it and just really enjoyed it and really encompassed Bad Ape and how much he just was so much fun and a great addition to that great ape, clan of actors and actresses that just really brought the apes to life. Absolutely just loved Steve Zahn as the character, and he was so much fun. One of my favorite parts about the film. And he had some great one-liners throughout the whole entire film, and just was really fun. Now, if you haven't seen Steve Zahn in anything else, you should definitely check him out in a great film that came out a few years back, 20-plus years ago, that starred Eddie Murphy and Jeff Garlin, called Daddy Daycare. Yeah! Daddy Daycare. Yeah, he is absolutely fantastic in this film. He's so freaking funny. But at the same time, you just absolutely love the character because he was such a great contrast to Jeff Garlin's persona and Eddie Murphy's persona in the film, because they're all three very different individuals with being somewhat comedic, but at the same time, some of them were a little more serious than the others. And he was perfect for it. And he did such a great job bringing in the Star Trek references and just being this funny, goofy dude that was just so much fun. And I absolutely just loved his character and thought he did a great job in that film. And just really showed how great of a comedian he is. At the levels of Eddie Murphy, Jeff Garlin, and so forth, he could keep up with them. And this film, I feel, proves that and how good he was with them. If you haven't seen Steve Zahn in anything, definitely check him out at Daddy Daycare. He was really phenomenal in it. But overall, I really enjoyed the inclusion, him being added to this great film. He was a great addition, and overall, I just really enjoyed his character. And he ultimately was my favorite character in the whole entire film. If you haven't seen Steve Zahn in anything, definitely check him out on War of the Planet of the Apes. He did a really fantastic job. So that brings me to the next actor I'd like to talk about that was in the film. And that is none other than another new addition to the film that plays the main bad guy in the film, Mr. Woody Harrelson. Oh yeah, Woody Harrelson. Woo, Woody Harrelson. Yeah. Oh my God, Woody Harrelson's so awesome. Absolutely love this dude. He's such a great actor. He can do comedy. He can do action. He can do drama. He is a really well-rounded actor. And I mean, you probably have recognized him from a slew of things over the years, from Cheers from Natural Born Killers, the first season of True Detective. You might recognize him from a whole bunch of other movies over the years, Defendor, Go Further, which is a documentary he did about veganism and stuff like that. It's just, he's an all around a really great actor, and he just is always fun to watch. He always plays really good bad guys, he always plays really good guys. He can really play the characters very well, and I just really enjoy what he brings to the table whenever he's in a movie. And this movie was no exception. He played a really exceptionally great bad guy that I thought was a really great clash between him and Caesar, and I just really enjoyed what they brought, and I thought Woody did a great job with that. Now, if you haven't seen Woody Harrelson in anything, definitely a movie to check him out in, where he plays such a great character, that came out in 2009 called Zombieland. Yeah! Zombieland. Yeah, this is such a great film. Woody is so awesome as Tallahassee in this. He absolutely cracks me up through the entire film. But the one great thing about Woody in this film is that he gives us all the different emotions of range in this film. I mean, he does comedy, he does serious, he does dramatic, he does, sorrowful. I mean, he does all the different types of things, and it just worked so well for that character, and really gave you an idea of who Tallahassee is, and it just was so much fun. And I thought Woody did such a great job of bringing that to life, and really showed that, all those years on Cheers, all those years that he's, been making movies prior to this film, just really encompassed in this film, and really showed he has really great acting chops, and how, great of an actor he is, and that he is such a great addition, to be added to this film as the bad guy. And I just really enjoyed that, he really brought a great realness to Tallahassee and Zombieland, and just how enjoyable it was. If you haven't seen him in anything, Woody Harrelson, definitely check him out in Zombieland. He was really fantastic as that character, and worked really well in that film, and just was really super enjoyable. Check him out in Zombieland. He was really fantastic. But overall, I really enjoyed his bad guy. I liked his demise in the film. I liked how, he ends up getting, basically what's coming to him, if you think about it. And it really is kind of apropos in the film and what ends up happening to him. And I think Woody did a great job of bringing that to life and giving us a really solid character that has a beginning, a middle, and an end. And just was really, a great role. If you haven't seen Woody Harrelson in anything recently, definitely check him out, War for the Planet of the Apes. He was really phenomenal. So that brings me to the final actor I'd like to talk about in this film. And that, of course, is Caesar himself, Mr. Andy Serkis! Oh yeah, Andy Serkis, woo! Andy Serkis, yeah! Absolutely love Andy Serkis. Like I said in previous reviews of these of the Planet of the Apes film, the reboot series, he is just amazing as Caesar. The depth that he went into with the motion capture, with the realization of the character, the growth, the evolution has been so freaking phenomenal. And Andy Serkis doesn't get enough credit for how amazing of an actor he is. He truly is epic. And every role he plays, he's always so superb and gives his all, and never gets the credit for what he is due or deserves, because he just really does portray and encapsulate his characters and brings them to life, because so many of the roles he's done have been by motion capture characters. I mean, first Gollum in the Lord of the Rings, and of course, and later the Hobbit films he plays the character once again. I mean, in King Kong and this, he just really is amazing, even in just motion capture and voiceover. It is so well done, and Andy was so amazing as Caesar. Absolutely loved him as Caesar, and his demise in this film just utterly broke my heart, because I absolutely loved watching Andy play this character, and the fact that he isn't playing this character in the most newest one, I was like really sad that we didn't get to see more Caesar, because he was just such a great character, and Andy brought him to life and was just so awesome. Now, if you haven't seen Andy Serkis in anything else, definitely something you should check him out in. He plays a really good villain character who doesn't get enough screen time that he deserves, and he was just a really great as this character. And that, of course, is the film called Black Panther. Yeah! Black Panther, yeah, as the Claw, or Ulysses Claw. He is awesome as this character. I absolutely wanted more of this villain from the MCU, and we didn't get enough of it. I mean, I couldn't believe what they did with the first Black Panther film and kill him off right away. I was like, are you freaking kidding me? You bring in the great Andy Serkis to play this character and you kill him off? I was like so upset because Andy did such a great job of playing this character, especially that scene where he's being interrogated by Martin Freeman and he's like, and he's singing and shit. It was awesome, and he was just so great as this character, once again showing how great of an actor he is and that he deserves more praise. He did such a great job as this character, and I was so disappointed that we didn't get more of him. But overall, it was a really fantastic role, really well done, and just Andy was phenomenal as this character, and I really enjoyed him. If you haven't seen him in anything, definitely check Andy out in Black Panther. He did a great job as Claw. But overall, I really enjoyed, once again, what he brought to Caesar in this film, his evolution, his character's arc, and everything, and he just did such a great job that really deserves some award nominations and award wins, because he just was so freaking awesome. If you haven't seen Andy Serkis or anything, definitely check him out, War of the Planet of the Apes. He was absolutely fantastic. So what is the War of the Planet of the Apes about? Basically, the premise of the film is pretty simple. Once again, Caesar has to save the ape clan from humans that are trying to eradicate them and basically stop this ape flu from killing them and from causing them to go mute and all this kind of stuff. And basically, Caesar has to go and basically get revenge for the death of his wife and his son. And it's up to him basically to fix it, change it, and to stop, the main bad guy from, doing what he's doing and enslaving all the apes. It's a fantastic film, really well done. So many great scenes in this film. The introduction to Bad Ape was really phenomenal. We had some great scenes with some great ape action going on between the apes and even the humans. We get some great scenes with Caesar saying, very proverbial things. We get some great scenes with Woody Harrelson between him and Caesar and other people and stuff like that. We just get a lot of great sequences throughout this whole entire film that were just so super fun and so much fun. And of course we get introduction to Nova, the character, who is what they end up calling this mute girl that they meet. And she kind of becomes like the catalyst for the mute girls they have met throughout the years and stuff like that. And it's just a really interesting, fun kind of, storytelling that was just super awesome and really well done. If you haven't seen War for the Planet of the Apes, highly recommend checking it out. Really fun film, really enjoyable, and all around a great film. Giant 10 golden movie boxes up. So glad to have in my collection of 4K. Can't wait to watch it again. It just was a really superb film. So that's it for this movie review, guys. As always, thank you for watching. Thank you for liking. Thank you for subscribing. And if this is your first time here, or you have been before, don't forget to check out any older new videos you might not have seen yet. As always, people, a huge shout out to my new and old followers. You guys are rocking it. Thank you so much for being a part of my community. And as always, people, if you want to show more support for the channel, want to give more support and all that kind of good stuff, please check out my Patreon and become a Patreon member so you can get all kinds of extra exclusive you don't get here on my YouTube channel, all kinds of cool perks from, movies you want me to review to all that kind of different stuff. Bloopers, outtakes, amazing stuff. So as always, see you in the next one.